in 2006 and 2011. He is currently working as professor and dean at Sairam Group of Institutions, Chennai. He has 20 years of teaching, research, and administrative experience, such as head of the department, CSE, joint director for approval, affiliation, and accreditation, associate dean, project head, skill development, project funded by DDUGKY, Government of India, and TNSRLM, Government of Tamil Nadu, and Nodal Officer for the National Skills Qualifications Framework as a scheme of UGC. And his area of interest include ontological engineering knowledge management, e-learning, semantic web, etc. He is recognized supervisor of Anna University to guide PhD research scholar in the area of computer science and engineering. 6 students have successfully completed their PhD program under him. 3 students have submitted their thesis, and currently 6 research scholars are doing their research under him. He is a doctoral committee member of Anna University, Satyabama University, Wales University, and VIT University, Chennai. He is a lifetime member of ICTE and member of several professional bodies like IEEE, ACM, etc. He wrote 2 books and 1 book chapter. He has 75 publications in national and international journals and conference. He received his mentor award from IBM for the Great Mind Challenge 2011. He got the Young IT Professional Award 2012 by Computer Society of India at the regional level. He received award for teaching excellence at Indo Global Education Smith 2013 in recognition of his community development service. YMCA Madras honored him with Lifetime Service Award in the year 2018. Currently, he is serving as Goodwill Ambassador for the Plastic Free Tamil Nadu project, an initiative of Government of Tamil Nadu and the coordinator for Chennai district to create awareness to avoid plastic during this lockdown period from March 2020. He has trained more than 3,500 teachers on digital tools for effective teaching and learning process and served as a resource person for about 25 webinars on various topics. Now, I would like Robin sir to take over the session.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, I will. Thank you. I will share my screen. Kindly confirm. Please confirm my screen is shared. I'm presenting the slides now.
Yes, sir.
Is it shared? Yes, okay. So my audio is okay, video is okay, and my screen is also shared. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So really, I would like to thank the organizers, Dr.T.Thimmaiah Institute of Technology, for inviting me to share my knowledge on establishment of entrepreneurship cell and incubation centers in institutions. So, being a Dean Innovation, it is my sole responsibility of evangelizing the innovation in higher education institutions. I thank my management for giving this wonderful portfolio to promote innovation, and I'm happy to say that I'm one of the innovation ambassadors of Ministry of Education, given so far around around 50 talks on various topics like innovation, startups, entrepreneurship, intellectual property rights, incubation, pre-incubation, etc. So I'm just sharing my experience and the the importance of entrepreneurship cell and incubation centers. You're all very familiar with entrepreneurship cell, whether it's working perfectly or not. But we have every institutions nowadays having entrepreneurship cell. So what is required for today's is on one step on top of this entrepreneurship cell, we need incubation centers. If I ask the question, how many of you have the incubation center at the college level? Then can you respond to my question that do we have incubation center or any technology incubation unit at your institutions? If yes, you can type yes, or no, you can type no. Could you please, how many of your around 50 participants are here? Could you please respond? Could you please say that yes, I we have incubation or technology incubation center at your institutions? If you ask whether you have in entrepreneurship cell, I know everybody will say yes, we have entrepreneurship cell. But suppose if I ask if you have the incubation center or technology business incubator at your institutions, what would be your answer, please? Whether the audience are allowed to chat, give the response, or speak. It's a question to the organizers.
Yes, sir. It has been allowed.
Yeah. Could you please? I just want to see some kind of response. We have, yes, Jelena Rufus has responded that we have pre-incubation center. Bhargavi ma'am, yes, yes. Ronald Lawrence, sir, yes. I got three responses out of 50 participants. 50 plus participants, I got three responses. Yes, please. If you don't have, you can mention no. I'm just seeking the attention of the audience. Kindly respond, please. Prithviraj, sir, yes. Very good. Only I have received four responses. It means that all others are listening or in the meet. If you don't have incubation center at your institution, you can say no. It's just yes or no question.
No, sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Okay. It is known because we were not focused much on this incubation center and the business technology business incubators. But what is need of the hour is we need to have incubation centers. I'll tell you through my experience, and at the end of the presentation, I will give recommendation. Sometimes my recommendations are a little hard to accept, but it is anyway. We have to focus on this innovation ecosystem in the next 10 to 15 years, and all the teachers has to understand the innovation, need of innovation, importance of innovation for the development of our nation. So education institutions were concentrating on teaching not our traditional or mere educational ecosystem. We are very used to traditional educational ecosystem, but now what is required is we have to focus on innovation ecosystem. If you have innovation ecosystem for institutions, it is a responsibility of the management, responsibility of the top leaders and innovation ambassadors. That's what Minister of Education has given a lot of training under innovation ambassador conducted by Ministry of Education and IIC. So all the institutions nowadays have established their institutions innovation council IIC, and you are all very familiar with the NISP. The last date for the ARIA submission is 30th of this month. We are all rushing to put more data. And so it's all not only submitting data. Are we really realizing the importance of innovation in the campus? Like, as I mentioned earlier, the migration is slowly happening from traditional educational ecosystem to innovation ecosystem, and nobody can escape from this innovation ecosystem. And the future is innovation ecosystem, and educational institution must concentrate on innovation ecosystem. Okay, so once again, I thank the organizers from Dr.T.Thimmaiah Institute of Technology, Dr. Daphne ma'am, and Dr. Mahendran sir, and the principal, vice principal, deans, heads of various departments, faculty member, and my dear participants. I thank you for being here, and very good morning to all. Okay, let us move on to the session. So some of the slides I am devoting, or it is all the thought processing of our Honorable Prime Minister, uh, Mr. Narendra Modi sir, and Atal Tinkering. These are all the statements he has made recently during the final day of Smart India Hackathon 2020. Atal Tinkering Labs, Innovation Create, and other initiatives are propelling innovation in the country. See, these are all meant for education institution. Atal Tinkering Lab, I Create, and what our Honorable Prime Minister is saying is propelling innovation in the country. No, the importance of this statement, kindly just have a look on it once again. It is well clear that government of India is not depending on corporate for innovation. It is very clear that they are not depending on business people. We have we have stalwarts in our country, but the government is expecting higher education institutions at a Tingle Lab, Innovation Create, and other initiatives. I will tell you other initiatives. Even Small Data Hackathon is one of the initiatives of promoting innovation and bringing the sustainable product for our own need. The resulting in a short rise of India's ranking on Global Innovation Index. Okay, who is giving more contribution for the Global Innovation Index? You know, higher education institutions. That's what the focus have been shifted to higher education institutions to get more work or to encourage students, faculty members, institutions on the innovation related activities. Another statement is mentioned that I ask the young to look at innovations that will benefit countries all over the world, not just India. The innovation which our students, our faculty members bring in is not only for meeting the local need, but it is going to meet the need of the globe. So I ask that the youth to look at innovations. That is what we are promoting innovation at the schools level, at the college level. I ask the youth to look at innovations that will benefit countries all over the world, not just India. So we want to make our country as a developed nation. So we have to contribute a lot. We must bring affordable, sustainable, and innovative solution to the world. The world is facing a lot of challenges. I'm going to give some examples, some challenges that commonly we are facing in our country. We must bring affordable, sustainable, and innovative solution to that. It must be affordable. It must be affordable. Even common man has to, because India is a country where 80% of the people are living in villages, and technology is not given to all the people, those who are in living in in village. Why it is not reaching? Since it is not affordable. They are not they are not affordable to buy the product, the cost of the so we have to think about the cost effective product. It is affordable and sustainable product and innovative solution to the world. We are in demand of. I have plenty of examples. I can quote you how we are depending on other countries even for small day-to-day things which require our day-to-day life. Okay, and in another statement he mentioned that We experienced a green revolution many years ago, but become and became Atmanirbhar in the sector. Okay, Atmanirbhar is an initiative, wonderful initiative of Government of India to meet our to develop products to meet the local. We are currently witnessing an infrastructure revolution, a space revolution, and a talent revolution, and every sector in India is growing. It is not only in selected in sectors like education, sectors like healthcare, sectors like finance, sectors like defense. Everywhere, we are in a revolution age. I can say that we are in a revolution age. India is marching towards the support of the higher education institutions. I could say we are currently witnessing, you and me, this generation people are witnessing this revolution. What kind of revolution is happening? Infrastructure revolution, space revolution, and talent revolution. I was wondering, seeing the student performance, those who are performed during the Smart India Hackathon. So I can say that from our institution, we have sent nearly six, yeah, we have sent six teams for the final round in software edition. Out of six teams, five teams have bagged the prizes. First, 1 lakh, first prize, 1 lakh each. So for software edition alone, our institution got 5,000 rupees, five prize out of six final teams we have sent. So I could see that there is a revolution is happening around the institution. So it is revolution is nothing but infrastructure revolution. Infrastructure, it is not like the gone all the days. Infrastructure facilities, space facilities, and talent revolutions are evolving nowadays. And he also mentioned that the future of India will depend on the innovations work done by the youth. Where these youth are residing? Youth are residing in educational institutions. Youth are spending more time in educational institutions where they are studying. But what education institutions is doing? Are we ready to migrate from the educational ecosystem to innovation ecosystem? If you are really ready, so I just want to take your willingness of how many of you would like this migration from from traditional education ecosystem to innovation ecosystem. I'm just typing educational ecosystem to innovation ecosystem. I just want to see your response. Would you like this change? If you really like this change, if you really like this change from educational ecosystem to innovation ecosystem, could you please say yes or no? Again, I am voting. Again, I am voting. So my question is, would you like this change? Migration from educational ecosystem to innovation ecosystem. Audience, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. For others, you can type it in the chat box. Kindly burden with me. My throat is not perfect. Yes, yes. Donald sir, Ravi sir, Bhargavi ma'am, Veena madam. Yes, yes. That itself is a good simple that we are ready to face this change. So normally, when we are comfortable with one kind of the environment, and the human tendency will not allow to come out from the comfort zone. Okay, I know that we are all living in comfort zone, but initial stage of migration will teach us a lot and make us to learn more. Okay, so it is sometimes it may joyful, sometimes may bring a kind of frustration, and it's a really challenging and risk taking job of moving from the traditional education ecosystem to innovation ecosystem. Okay, so I strongly believe that we are uh, we are all ready for this innovation ecosystem. We are all ready for this innovation ecosystem. Okay, if you're really ready for innovation ecosystem, this session is going to be an awesome session to you. and you will be learning a lot from this session, and you will get a lot of takeaways from my session. So I can give 100% confident, because I have designed and developed innovation ecosystem for educational institution. At the end of this presentation, I will show you what kind of ecosystem which we have developed under my guidance in Sairam institutions. Okay, and in another statement, the Prime Minister has mentioned, Smart India Hackathon is an excellent example of public participation. Okay, so the amount of the participation, the enthusiasm given by the participation. Okay, so tremendous. In almost even for the next hackathon, Smart India Hackathon 2023, institution has started working on it, the strategies, because it has become a pride for the education institutions. Okay, and the benefit, whoever has given the problem statement, these are the problem statement given by various department of government of India and other state governments. Say how this much of problems are there, who is giving solution for that, and the governments and the statutory bodies are expecting the what I say solution from the young minds. Young minds are the ideas are their ideas would be bright idea, business idea. We could see different ideas from the students. Okay, so with this example, okay, I have said I have given in one of the statement the honorable prime minister said, okay, so the countries I want the young to look at innovation that will benefit countries all over the world, not just India. So in the same time, my dear friends, we have to look at our challenges. We have to look at our demand, our need. So in one of the interviews, Infosys head Mr. Narayana Murthy said, India must solve its grand challenges before thinking in terms of global leadership. I know the education institutions, the youngsters, the dreams are to work, are to become the global leadership, to get the position in the global arena. There is nothing wrong in that. But in the same time, you are responsible for solving the grand challenges. Would you like to know the grand challenges? Challenges. So we have lot of challenges. So every monsoon we are facing the problem. So now, recently the Bangalore has affected very badly, and even Chennai we are expecting that kind of rain in the next month, October or November. Okay, every monsoon season. Okay, we are facing lot of problems and challenges, and it is continuously happening every year. Every year we are used to that. We are going to address these challenges. Who are going to address these challenges? And if this is the problem in capital of states, look at the problem of capital of capital of our nation, India, Delhi. Every winter it facing this air toxic. The polluted air is highly polluted, and but we still not found a workable solution for that. And the serious scarcity of water, potable water in the country. I mentioned that 80% of the people are living in villages. So maybe the people in urban places may not find much difficult, but the people living in villages are facing the problem for even for drinking water and the waters for their livelihood. And the agriculture productivity has to improve considerably. Okay, what kind of initiatives we are taking, technology we are developing for agriculture, and how we are supporting the farmers? It's a question mark. Okay. We can shift workers from agriculture to low tech manufacturing and services. Okay, so these are all the challenges, but we have a lot of people are taking the leadership. As mentioned, India must solve its grand challenges before thinking in terms of global leadership. Many of our young brilliant minds have been. It's a dream of our students to work for multinational company, to work for developed nations. Okay. And if you look at the percentage of people migrating to developed nations, and settling is very less, 10 to 15 percentage of the people are every year migrating for employment. Okay, we wish them all the very best, but luckily we are safely in our motherland, and we are doing our best for the motherland. So I normally feel that I'm very proud to be an Indian, and I'm very proud to serve for India, and so I'm very proud to give awareness and promoting and the encouraging the young minds. Okay. So every year when Mr. Nehru was the first Prime Minister of India in 1956, when he was addressing the IIT Kharagpur convocation ceremony, he said this institution will meet the need of the country. He had a big hope on IITs when he established IITs or introduced IIT to this nation, Indian Institute of Technologies to this nation. He had a great hope on IITs that this organization, educational institution, will meet the need of our country. Okay, are they really doing that? It is. I leave it to you, and be proud to be an Indian, and work for India. Think about remaining 85% of the people, those who are residing in India. I have decided to stay back in India. Underline the word, stay back to in India. Okay. So I could say that, yeah, we have decided to stay back in India because it is our motherland. The expectation of the remaining 80% of the people around us, around us, my dear friends. Would you like to know the expectation of common Indian, those who are decided to live in India, live for India and die for India? They want reasonable quality of air. They want clean water. They want reasonable quality health care, safety for women and children. It's a question mark. All the women are living safely in the country. They want affordable housing. They want affordable housing. I know the cost of your place. The cost of living in Chennai is very high. Getting a own house is a challenging for every people. People are living in apartments. You know the story of apartment. The right side wall is not ours. The left side wall is not ours. It is somebody's wall. Four walls are not ours. You cannot do anything. And the ceiling is not yours. The ceiling is somebody's flooring. And the flooring is not yours. It is somebody's ceiling. But still we have to pay crores of rupees to buy a house. The Indians, the common people, they want affordable housing, reasonable quality transportation. Every day, how many accidents are happening? If you look at the number of accidents happening in India, huge. Reasonable quality transportation we want. People can afford, can buy a car and go. People, as I mentioned, 80% of the people are not affordable to buy car. So they want reasonable quality transportation, reasonable quality schooling and college education for their children, hassle-free public governance, everywhere, robberies, bribes happening. And they do not want harassments from bribe seeking petty officials. These are all the expectation of the remaining people. 80% of the people, they have decided to stay back in India. They wanted to live in India. It's a challenge in front of the educational institutions, students, and faculty members. The next stage is to make the higher education system more useful to solving the grand challenges of a country, to make it attractive for foreigners, as the developed countries have done. Even for educational purpose, the amount of students flying from India to developed nations. That is what in 2019 Government of India has brought a new scheme called Stay in India and Study in India, mainly focusing on students to stay back in India for their higher education. If you want to make our students to stay back and do their higher education in India, we have to raise our standard up to the international standards. And not only that, we can attract more people from other countries to come to India and study. Education institutions must focus on this, not only for meeting the local. So we have to be on par with the national standard institutions. My dear students and faculty members, I think it is a faculty development program. Faculty members, it is our responsibility of promoting innovation to bring quality air, clean water. We are always talking about technology. We are all what normally students are doing their project. Simply, we are asking them to take a problem from an IEEE paper published by so and so from so and so countries. They would have given some problem, and we are forcing our students to take a formulated problem from that IEEE paper or other paper, journals, to solve it. Is it fair? Is it fair? From the bottom of your heart, please tell me. Kindly respond to me. What we are doing when our students are approaching for final year project, we are simply telling them go and get a paper from a problem from problem statement from IEEE journal or any foreign journal, and they are also coming up with some kind of problem statement and they are trying to solve it. Do you think that this kind of process will solve or meet the or produce any affordable, sustainable product for our nation? No, definitely no. But it is responsibility of the teachers, those who are here in the meeting. Yes, obviously no. Bhargavi madam has responded. That is a mistake we are doing because this is my research is clearly saying that I was very comfortable being a professor, research supervisor. So far I have produced 11 research scholars. 12th student have submitted her thesis. 13 and 14 research scholars are writing their thesis. 6 more students are continuing their PhD. My research is clearly saying that educational, where the mistakes happening is we are knowingly or unknowingly mentoring our students to bring the problem statement from unknown journals, from IEEE paper, IEEE journal, from American journal. There are others have perceived the problem in some way. No way it will help our nation. No way it will help, no way it will bring sustainable and affordable product to our country. I have realized, and after becoming the Dean Innovation, I have did a small gap analysis. Where the innovation will start? Innovation will start from students. If you leave the students and search innovation from somewhere, you never get it. We have plenty of resources in our campus, plenty of resources with us. We are always interacting with resources. But the problem is we are not utilizing the resources. We do not know that they are resources. My research is clearly saying that if you leave the student, you cannot get anything. And if you, at the same time, if you are not properly guiding them, mentoring them, you cannot get anything out of them. The first step is how to stop formulating problem from some journal written by somebody. unknown people. For some country, if you formulate a problem from a journal, it will end up as a journal paper. In other words, I can say that if you start your problem from your library, it will end up at library. But it is equivalent to throwing it to the dustbin. But rather, if you start your problem from society, village, from the local, it will end up at society, it will end up at village. Why not? It may end up at your kitchen. For small product, we are importing. I have a lot of slides, plenty of slides. I will show you examples. What is the state of the art of our MSME? For what and all we are depending on other countries. Sometimes you may depend on the weapons. They're not possible to develop weapons. Even nowadays, Defense Department or Defense has given that kind of privilege also. DISC, you are all aware of DISC 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Now DISC, Defense Innovation Hackathon. DISC 7 has announced. We thought that it's all the army secrets. But they are disclosing how an weapon has been developed, designed and developed. They are giving the problem statement or expecting the institutions to provide the solution. Expecting the institutions to provide the solution. So higher education important, you must know your importance and the contribution of students and faculty members. So that is what I am saying, even if it is less 50 faculty members attending this program. If you take it as a takeaway from today's topic, and if you implement at your institutions, your the projection vision will be accomplished. So I cannot say that I'm just simply saying I'm going. We have achieved a lot. Our past presidents are saying that we have achieved, India has achieved many things. Agriculture productivity has improved thanks to Professor Swaminathan. When we are very famed, people were starving. So when India got independent in 1947, India, no, the poverty was predominant challenge for the rulers of the poverty. We I don't want to speak much on it. We were struggling to, we were struggling to. The government has struggled to provide food for the citizens. In one point of time, the former Prime Minister of India, Mrs. Indira Gandhi, visited United Nations. The newspapers have written very, very worstly. I don't want to mention because I'm streaming it in my YouTube channel too. I don't want to mention that. I don't want to mention that. That kind of poverty we have faced, but luckily, midst of all diversity, we have overcome that problem. So I have to thank Professor Swaminathan, eminent the expert in agriculture, has brought up several technology of increasing our productivity. And we seem to have solved the problem for food storage at least for coming few years. But still it is a question mark. Still it is a question mark. Gap need to be filled. In one of the recent challenges of Government of India, Ministry of Education, was how to preserve the onions. The statistics is very clearly say that normally, because of this poor storage system, we are wasting 20 to 30% of onions every year. But the rate will increase more during the monsoon season. It goes up to 50% because of the poor storage mechanism which we have. But still somewhat we are maintaining it. And we have overcome polio, measles, TB, and other diseases, several diseases that plague this country for long. The kind of polio, cholera, TB killed many people, but we have faced it. And we have developed a vibrant software service industry that generates a net foreign exchange. Tremendous things are happening with respect to software industry. They're importing softwares, sorry, we are exporting softwares, developing softwares. We have developed our own vaccine for COVID-19. Yes, we have lost our loved ones. There is no doubt at all. But at the same time, India take it as a challenge, developed its own vaccine and given to several nations and saved several lives. We have sent satellite to space. Yes, we are a little behind. But the recent film, if you are not watch Rocketry, the why India is little behind of space engineering. Otherwise, India would be the possibilities were there, India to on par with the United States and China. These are all our past success. We have succeeded, and what the government of India is taking nowadays. So, hope you are all aware of Atal Innovation Mission. Yeah, AIM. So it's a government India's flagship initiative to create and promote a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship access across the length and breadth of the country. Okay. So today's topic is the entrepreneurship cell and incubation centers. Okay. So where you can knock. So these are all the place where you can knock if you're really interested to establish your innovation center, incubation center. How many of your institution having the government fund? Have you received any government fund for entrepreneurship development or incubation centers? If yes, please say yes. Have you received any fund? Any government project have you undertaken with respect to entrepreneurship cell or incubation centers? If yes, please type yes. If no, please type no. No, honestly, madam is saying no. Honestly saying no. Yes. Appreciate your honesty. Any other response? Any other response, please? Any other participants, please respond. We have around 50 plus participants here. Only Bhargavi ma'am is responding. What about others? Have you received any fund from government for an entrepreneurship or the incubation? Sir, my question is very simple. If you have received any fund, type yes, no, type no. Okay, right. So you can visit this Atal Innovation Mission website. These are all the facilities they have given so far. Atal Tinkering Lab, 10,000 Atal Tinkering Lab they have given, through which 75 lakh students are actively engaged in Atal Incubation Lab. Atal Incubation Centers. Are you aware of Atal Incubation Center AIC? There are 68 AICs are available throughout the country, and recently they have closed the application. I think 5th of September they have closed the application. They wanted to provide 32 more Atal Incubation Centers. So this is 5 crores to 10 crore project. If you submit a problem and finding solution and promoting technology on particular domain, you can submit. Through the 68 Atal Incubation Centers, we have created 30,000 job opportunities. And so far, the Atal Innovation Mission has given 2,200 plus startups supported. So among these 2,200, 625 startups were started by women, and they have 5,100 plus mentors of change. If you want to become a mentor of change, you can be a mentor of change. You will get a lot of networks, you will get a lot of connections with other institutions, mentors. You can utilize their service for your institutions. And 15 applied research and innovation for small interface challenges. And followed by Atal Incubation Center, they have initiated Atal Community Innovation Center. Atal Community Innovation Centers. It is purely community based. Now, mostly it will be to given to rural areas, institutions located in rural area of their choice, or will be given preference. So for 17 Atal Innovation Community Innovation Centers, they recently opened the call and they have closed on 5th September 2022. And many institutions have applied. I don't know whether your institution have applied or not. 24 Atal New India challenges they have conducted. 40 plus domestic and international partnership we have. Because without partnership, we cannot do anything. We need partnership. We need collaboration. So this is what these are all the facilities are available at Atal Innovation Mission. Okay, be a part of it if you want to become establish the innovation center for your institution. This is the best place. And AICT Idea Lab. How many of you have AICT Idea Lab? If you have AICT Idea Lab, type yes or no. Do you have AICTE Idea Lab in your campus? Yes or no? Yeah, for the previous questions also people have responded, Veena madam. Yeah, Vivek sir, no. Yeah, Bhargav ma'am again, no. So note it down. AIM, already I told you, no, AIM Atal Innovation Mission, where you have the options for plenty of opportunities for your institutions. You may not get at the first level, but keep on trying. Will one day will achieve it. You know. Yeah, Amit Kumar sir said yes. Yeah, Vikrant Kumar sir said no. Okay, these are the responses. Yes, no. See, it is another initiative of Government of India or AICTE. Just see the aim of this Idea Lab to create 1 lakh technology-based student startup. Underline this word, 1 lakh technology-based student startup. For that, they are giving fund. Phase 1, 2021, January, we have applied, and uh, it's for 1 crore 10,000 project, and 50% institution has to spare. 55,000 will be given by the government. We have tried, but we have we couldn't able to get in the first phase. But second phase, same application they have considered and given Idea Lab for Sairam Engineering College. And they are going to open the next phase 3. And if you are really interested, you can apply. Make an attempt, nothing wrong. Okay, the main objective is to create 1 lakh technology-based student startup. Say how government is serious of bringing student startup. So gone all the days during the accreditation process. Hope you remember during the accreditation process, they will ask only the pass percentage and the higher study, something like that. But nowadays, they slowly started asking how many student startups you have, how many faculty startup you have, what is the ratio of conversion of entrepreneurship. So this count, they are expecting more count. for these categories, and many institutions have realized the importance, and they have taken a lot of initiatives, and institutions they have taken initiatives will definitely will reap the benefit in the near future. But if you are not yet joined in the race, I encourage everyone to be part of this race. Okay, Idea Lab is a very good initiative. Get information about Idea Lab and have it. Okay. When I say student startup, you might be wondering how it is possible. Okay, I have optimized a solution. When I explain the Sairam innovation ecosystem, I will give you clear picture, and I will remove all the so far fear among the students with respect to startup. Not only the fear with the student, the same fear is with faculty members. I to understand. I will give you an optimized solution at the end of my presentation. Okay. So when I say student startup, this is the best example I could quote you. Vinisha Umar Shankar. You can refer the YouTube link channels. Vinisha Umar Shankar's videos are there. And Vinisha Umar Shankar from Tiruvannamalai, Tamil Nadu. She has invented what I say, or innovated a solar enabled iron cot. Okay. Her claim is every day when the Iron Man he burned the coal, the amount of carbon dioxide being emitted is high. And if you calculate the carbon dioxide being emitted through this process every day, it is it is going to be a threat to the environment. So in order to save our environment, she has invented this she has innovated this iron cot and enabled solar enabled iron cot. Okay. So when I say innovation, what is required for innovation? Collaboration is more important. Ideation is more important. Implementation is more important. Value creation. Innovation requires these four things. What do you mean by collaboration? Some kind of collaboration happening between you and me. I'm professor and dean of Sairam Engineering College, sitting in Chennai, and I'm collaborating with you. You are sitting at different parts of the country, listening, and I'm sharing my knowledge. Some of you have taken it as your takeaway. Some kind of collaboration is happening. Listen and explore, learn and adjust, focus and align, link and leverage. What can we do together? How will we learn together? What should we do together? What we'll do together. Second phase is ideation. Idea is nothing but the symbolic representation of ideas. Bulb. Some ideas bright ideas, some ideas are green ideas, some ideas are business ideas, some ideas are broken ideas, some ideas are small ideas, big ideas. Sometimes the idea is a collection of many ideas. Sometimes there may be no idea. An idea is a thought or a concept that proposes a course of action to achieve a desired goal. Encourage students to come up with their ideas. Value creation, how it will be, how you can create value. You have idea, you have collaborated well. Okay. But value creation will come through startups, entrepreneurship, and intellectual property right. Your ideas are not protected, then you cannot claim that. Your ideas are not scaled up or converted into a startup over a period of time if it is not been converted into enterprise. What is the difference between startups and entrepreneurship? Gone are the days we have a common name called business unit. Now we are calling it as startups and entrepreneurship. Startup, when you start a business unit, first 3 to 5 years, 0 to 5 years, 0 to 3 or 5 years, It will be called as startups, where you will face a lot of problems. Problems like financially you will struggle. So we have introduced a seed fund nowadays. You will face when you now we are solving this with the help of workspace in the incubation centers. So after this period, your startup will become an enterprise. Then you will be called as an entrepreneur. So for everything we need intellectual property right. Intellectual property right is a very good topic. Okay, nowadays, so startups and intellectual properties are major pillars of higher education institutions. You yourself can judge that what is the importance you are giving for startups and intellectual property rights at your institutions. Are we doing for namesake? Are we conducting awareness program for namesake, or we are accountable to IICs or Ministry of Education? What exactly happening with respect to innovation? So, innovation, invention, discovery, invention, innovations. You so you know no discovery is something like that. Finding something it's already in existence. Invention is nothing but inventing a new thing. Innovation is doing some process on top of the invention. So the clear definition for innovation is equal to invention multiplied by commercialization. Invention multiplied by commercialization. If there is no commercialization, if there is no business, your idea plus business will be called as innovation. And I have explained the startups, entrepreneurship, and intellectual property, right? And where you will get the support. You may say that we have a number of ideas where to approach for mentorship and sponsorship. So ICTI 2.0 is one of the important portal developed by Government of India, Ministry of Education. In recent this year, for ARIA, they have integrated this ICTI 2.0 along with IIC portal. Everything they are taking it automatically taking autopilly. Have you submitted any idea to ICTI 2.0? Institutions, those who are utilized ICTI 2.0 portal will get more benefit this time. Still, if you're not aware of it, ICTI 2.0, how many of you are aware of ICTI 2.0? Or have you submitted ICTI 2.0? Yeah. Voice is breaking. Hope my voice is. What about my voice now? Are you okay? Entrepreneurship is turning ideas into reality. Yes. Now it's okay. We have submitted 88 in Idea 60. Very good. Krupa Sangar. Very good. What about others? Have you submitted your ideas in ICTI 2.0? It's a kind of opportunities we have for higher education institutions. Okay. So the ICTI 2.0 individual student can get their login credential, education institution can get their login credential, startups created, student startups, faculty startup, non-teaching staff, an institution incubator, if we have institution incubator, on behalf of institutions in incubator, we can submit idea. These are the sectors I have got. Various projects are submitted in ICTI 2.0. Water sanitation, tourism, technologies, robotics, renewable and affordable energy, mobility and manufacturing. Most all the sectors people are submitting ideas. And this is what the distribution, state-wise distribution. This data have taken little earlier, 2000, according to 2020 data. Tamil Nadu, from Tamil Nadu, they have received 6,425 ideas. This latest data may vary. And Maharashtra in the second place have submitted 2,749 ideas. Karnataka has submitted 1,703 ideas. Okay, you could see the contribution, state-wise contribution to ICTY 2.0. And it is my expectation soon there will be a visualization distribution, institution-wise distribution. If you would have submitted more ideas, then your institution will come on top. Okay, so don't. So what if the 2.0 is doing, actually doing? Once idea has been submitted, you will be your ideas will be reviewed, and the required sponsorship or the mentorship will be given. Normally, the project where it will struck without getting proper mentor. We academician, we have some limitations. Sometimes we cannot help beyond certain limit. But the same thing can be easily sorted out by the industrial people. So, keeping this mind, ICTY 2.0 will provide mentors. They will have frequent discussion with you for your ideas. They will be with you to convert your idea into the next level. I just want to mention that the fresh paper, Kavita Sukla is Indian origin, settled in America. When she was doing her PG, she proposed a work of this fresh paper. This idea came out from grandma. This is Kavita Sukla's grandma, childhood photo of Kavita Sukla. Normally, we use lot of spices to preserve food. But I say, for example, if you want to preserve sugar, a piece of cinnamon will, if you put a piece of cinnamon inside the sugar bottle, it will preserve. The same idea, keeping this idea, because these are all the things she learned from her grandmother. And she has proposed to preserve the vegetables and food from some organic preservation. There's no chemical at all. And her professor has accepted, encouraged her, and then at the end they started manufacturing this fresh paper that preserves even every day how much amount of food we are wasting. And if you go to market, the people are wasting the vegetables and food because, as I mentioned earlier, we don't have the proper preserving mechanism to preserve vegetables and fruits. And if you keep a piece of paper, this fresh paper, on top of a box of fruits or vegetable, it will preserve this for a long time. This is what her invention. Okay. The next I want to tell one more innovation is the umbrella. It's a common problem for the people those who are in two-wheeler. So when we go to two-wheeler and the person who is sitting behind us, if they carry an umbrella, and it will not withstand the wind, and the bike will go one side and the umbrella will go to the in opposite direction. This is a problem statement, and this particular company, Smart Umbrella, has designed an innovative umbrella. They just change the design without compromising the quality, and their claim is it will sustain the wind of 60 kilometer per hour. I could say another example, the floor mat. Okay, so this is what I have taken. I was wondering when I was went for buying floor mat. So this is for the traditional Indian floor mat, and this one is imported from the well-known importer. You know the country. I don't want to mention the name here. See the innovation they have made, but we have not made any innovations. That's what this product got more marketplace in other country itself. This particular diagram, this slide is giving a lot of eye opening to everyone where we are making mistakes. We are all talking about the Our students and faculty members are highly engaged in solving a problem proposed in IEEE paper or American journal proposed by so and so. Nobody knows him, her, without any market value. At the end of the graduation, we will keep the project report on the shelf of the library. It is similar or equal to throwing it into dustbin. We have filled our garbages through our works. But people are making millions of dollars with a small innovation through this. It is the time to realize it. With this painful heart, I'm just conveying this message. Problems are originated in library and end up in the library. Problem must come from society. Don't search a problem in American journal. Pick a problem from society, pick a problem from industry. Take a screenshot if you have. Sometimes you may forget it. That may be my takeaway. So I encourage the participants to take a screenshot. And those who have taken screenshot of this, type yes. Type yes. Serious issue. I'm discussing. Don't take it very lightly. It's a serious issue. I'm discussing with you, dear participants. Dear participants, I'm. It's a serious issue. I'm talking with you. You and me only can alone can bring some kind of changes. Okay. So if I've taken the screenshot, type yes. I've not taken the screenshot. Yes, you have taken. Thank you, Jyoti Prakash. Ma'am, thank you, Bhargavi ma'am, thank you, Vivek sir, thank you, Amit Rajan sir. Okay. It's a serious issue. Mistake, we are making this mistake. Faculty members, academicians are, without knowing, we are making this mistake for several years, several decades, I can say decades. But we have to realize the fact where we have. This is my request. Another thing is the critical thinking. Are we teaching critical thinking and design thinking as part of our curriculum? If you are really teaching critical thinking and design thinking as part of your curriculum, say yes or type no. Design thinking, engineering is all about design thinking and critical thinking. Are we really teaching critical thinking and design thinking to our students? If you are teaching critical thinking and design thinking, you can type yes, otherwise no. Hope I'm not boring you. My throat is not perfect. Kindly pardon with me. Yes, thank you. Engineering is all about critical thinking and design thinking. If you are not concentrating on critical thinking and design thinking, the first phase of critical thinking is problem statement. That's what I said. No, problem statement. Importance of from where you are taking the problem. Albert Einstein said, "If I had an hour to solve a problem, I did spend 55 minutes thinking about the problem and 5 minutes thinking about solutions." This is what the way of solving a problem. But we never follow this. I have seen people, those who are doing the laboratory in the lab, the moment they enter into lab, they will start typing the code. They start typing the code. That is not the actual way. They have to think it. They have to write aim, they have to write the flow chart, draw the flow chart. They have to write the pseudo code. It must be approved by the lab in charge. I don't know whether seriously we are following it or nowadays. No. Board examination, school students. Every time we say that, even college students, we say that read the question carefully, read the question carefully. Don't try to answer the question immediately. But how many times we are telling, even though you tell repeatedly telling, no students will follow it. The moment they receive the question paper, they will start writing. Recently government of Tamil Nadu, what changes they have brought, it's a government GO. very clearly saying that give the question paper first, then after 15 minutes, give the answer script. We are forcing them to learn, read the question paper. But Albert Einstein said, if I had an hour to solve a problem, 60 minutes, I'd spend 55 minutes thinking about the problem and 5 minutes thinking about solution. A problem well stated is a problem solved. Problem statement is the first step of the critical thinking. A problem well stated is a problem of solved. If the problem is not written well, then you will end up with some kind of calamity. What is critical thinking? What kind of skills need to be taught to the students? Analytical skill, communication skill, creativity, open mindedness on problem statement, problem solving. So these are all the various tools which is helping the students for the problem solving. So the fishbone diagram or Ishikawa diagram is one of the easiest way. Even I used to give it to the students as an assignment every semester. The two, the problem is how to pass in the examination and get good mark. So this is the problem and solution unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4. For what are the subdivisions unit 1, then sub process in unit 1. So this problem, this fishbone diagram will make every students to draw and I will encourage them to fix it on their wall. Every time you just have a look on it, you'll be knowing about, okay, this problem is coming under this unit. This topic is coming under that. Writing examination and getting good mark is itself is a problem. Am I right? See, analogy, brainstorming. Are we doing it really? Are we doing it? Is it encouraged among the students for brainstorming? Trial and error, divide and conquer, reduction. So these are all some of the steps with respect to the trial and error, brainstorming, analogy. These are all the steps for problem solving. So focus your research on these areas, maybe new. So just now I am mapping what I have started my presentation from Mr. Narayana Mutisa's interview to address the local things. These are all I have most of the things are taken from the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Focus your research on avoid plastics, no poverty, zero hunger, okay. Physical health, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, promoting innovation at schools and colleges, reduce inequalities, smart cities, reasonable consumption and production, climate change and global warming, quality life, ensuring universal human values, developing positive attitude, inculcate professional ethics. I encourage everyone to have a look on United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Okay. Okay. I just want to take you a small case study how we are successfully implemented this innovation ecosystem. We have developed the Sairam innovation ecosystem for our 4 years engineering study. So most of you are representing engineering college, engineering faculty members. You can also adopt this, and if you want any assistance for this, we are ready to help you. So this is what the ecosystem which I have developed for Sairam institutions. We have two institutions, Sairam Engineering College and Sairam Institute of Technology in Chennai. Both are autonomous. So we have integrated it with our curriculum. We were very strong on project-based learning model, activity-based learning model, and a few other learning models. This model, I have named it as competition based learning model. Why I preferred competition? Everywhere competitions are happening. And we realize that through that competitive spirit, we can make students to learn, make them to develop more. So we thought of developing a competition based, 1 minute, competition based learning model. Competition based learning model. Okay. This is for first year, second year, third year, and final year. Our main focus is on the promoting sustainable development goals. Our institution, one of the forerunner in promoting and supporting UN sustainable development goals. Every program we are mapping with sustainable development goals, starting from 1 hour seminar to 1 year project work. It must be mapped with any one of the goals. This is what our instruction. First year we have introduced the immersion program. When they come to college, they never had any idea about the projects and so on. Normally, when the students will do their project, they will do their start thinking about the project at the end of the third year or beginning of the first year. That is where we are making another mistake. When the moment they reach to end of the third year, beginning of the final year, they have already lot of they were under lot of pressures of completing their degree or for placement or higher education. These are all the pressures they have with them. Okay, but that is not good. If you ask them to bring their project title at the end of the third year or beginning of the final year, automatically they will go outside and buy the project and submit. They will cheating us. They are cheating themselves. They are cheating us. They are cheating the entire society. But keeping this in mind, it was a big challenge for us, and we made a small research. We want to stop this process where it can be. So we thought of doing it. Why don't we encourage students to think about their final year project in the first year? Students at school level, they are very innovative. What the blunder mistake our engineering education institution are doing when they come to our campus as a first year student, we assume that they don't know anything. We started pampering them, especially the first year department. Will more focused on giving motherly love and fatherly love. Yes, it is required not only for first year, till the end of the graduation, we need to provide that kind of love. But that is not our primary focus. They come to our campus as an innovator. I have shown an example, Vinisha Umashankar's example. A school student, how she is innovative. That kind of capability we have in all students. Why don't we encourage them to think about their final year project in the first year? We introduce the immersion program. It is nothing but making them to realize the need of the industry, need of the society, need of the village. Why not? Need of their own kitchen. Making them to realize it. So we'll bring them and we'll encourage them to bring their idea. And the condition is it must be a big idea. Need not worry about how to solve it. We cannot expect any product from them. We just want their idea. We have not taught them anything, so we cannot expect any big from them. But idea must be big and must be contributing to UN Sustainable Development Goals. This is what our basic guidelines. I know faculty will support them. They have to interact with their parents, their family members, any industry friends if they have. They can go to their grandma house at in villages. If they feel that they will not go anywhere, they can go to their own kitchen, their own garden, their own gate, and think about the need of the innovative product, and they can consider that as their idea. And we will teach them critical thinking in the first year. We have to teach them what is engineering in the first year. So critical thinking we have to teach them. At the end of the first year, there is a competition called Sairam SDG Ideathon. That is a first year program. We'll inaugurate at the beginning of the semester, beginning of the year, and the final finale will be conducted at the end of the year. First year, the competition name, if you ask me the second year competition, the name is Sairam SDG Solvathon. If you ask me the third year competition, Sairam SDG Innovathon. Final year competition is Sairam SDG Inspirathon. I will come back to you. I will come to you for explaining other competitions. The first year they are submitting their projects, and it being evaluated based on how big and how it is contributing you. There is no other parameters for evaluating it. The same students are coming to second year with the same idea, where they have live-in lab, encouraging students dedicated 2 hours, 3 hours per week, where teaching in design thinking and helping them to. So now here in the first year domain-wise distribution. So for the domain, we will conduct the technological training and boot camp. Industry expert will come and interact the students, evaluate their ideas. We will conduct a lot of accelerator programs and will make them to realize the importance of the commercialization. So helping them to identify the business model development. What business model development says about who is your customer, who is the risk involved in it, how we are going to solve it. So these are all these inputs will be given. And finally, at end of the second year, when we evaluate Sairam SDG Solvathon, we look into that, how feasible the problem is. And when they come to first year, from first year to second year, the provision will be given to change the title if they want. So second year students, and when they come to third year, the idea will get full shape. Here, the change of idea will not be encouraged. And suppose if it is recommended by the head of the department or the individual mentor, may be allowed. Another thing is, when during the second year, no guide or supervisor will be assigned in first year. Second year, when they come, we will assign the supervisor from his or her own department and a domain expert from some other department as internal guide, and an external guide will be assigned from the industry. Same how Yukti 2.0, each idea will be assigned to an industry expert. Similar pattern we follow here. And when they come to third year, we have mini project where they started developing their prototypes. And once the prototype is there, they can showcase their project outside. We'll train them how to make the business pitch deck and business pitching. We will teach them how to assess their technology readiness level. We'll teach them technology readiness level. Based on what we evaluate based on the innovation in the third year alone. No innovation will be checked in first year, second year, third year. Evaluation is based on how innovative the prototype is. When they come to final year, students need not worry about their project. What they have done in the second year's mini project prototype, they can start developing their product at the final year. It will be considered as their project. And the competition is Sairam is the Inspirathon. How a student can inspire through patent publication, inspire through paper publication, and the institution will help them to set up startup. Who are published more, patent more, so will be rewarded. The competition is based on how inspired they are. Sairam SDG, Inspirathon. This model, I strongly believe that will eradicate 100% of students buying their project from outside. giving enormous amount of time to think, to ideate their project, study the technology towards the development, developing the prototype and product development. This competition-based learning model will bring revolution in engineering education. It's my strong belief. This is developed for Sairam institutions. We are ready to provide, or we are very happy if other institution is adopting this. Any kind of assistance, if you want, you can approach me. So this is what all Sairam is the idea. We have started this humble beginning. We have successfully 2 years completed, and the same batch is in third year. We just started with a webinar of educating them on sustainable development goals on February 8th, 2021, followed by a short span of time. We have conducted the finale on 26th February 2021. And for the second year, we have conducted the inauguration program, Ideathon. Now, if when the current first year, when they come, we will do Sairam STG Ideathon 3.0. And for this Ideathon last year, we have invited Dr. Sultan Khalifa Harun Al Rashid, Regional Project Officer, Sustainable Development Goals, Student Programs for the Asia Pacific, United Nations Sustainable Development Solution. He witnessed the progress along with Mr. Alagu Pandya, former Chennai Innovation Officer. I will show a video. One of the jury has given a testimony of our process. Please watch this video.
Okay. So let's take look at the companies that sponsored IPL in 2008, 9, and 10, and look what are the companies that is sponsoring now for the IPL. So, Cred, Dream 11, most of these are startups, right? So, the next 10 years, focus is going to be on startups. And for startups, the seed is sown right when you are in college. And in college, generally, it begins with an innovation event or ideathon that is happening there. So I really appreciate Sairam Group of Institutions for taking the effort to bring out the ideas in students. And especially, it is not an easy feat to get around 600 ideas from students. So that itself calls for a big round of applause. And next, it is not only just to make the students present the idea. I also noticed that they are being told to take on the idea towards their second year, third year, fourth year, and then work it out as a project and then a viable model as well. So I think that also is definitely an appreciable thing from Sairam Group of Institutions. Thank you.
What the testimony and Salvathon, we have invited people, inaugurated, and this is what the sample posters. We will give this poster at the beginning of the semester, beginning of the year, when they are supposed to submit their idea, and when would be their final round evaluation. And the first round evaluation will be done by internal faculty member, and second round evaluation will be done by the industry expert, startup enablers, and so on. So you could see this from this diagram. So for the final round, we have shortlisted 250 ideas. Parallelly, we have conducted the evaluation 10 panels, all the 10 jury members from industry, from startup enabler innovation system. So every jury will be assigned 25 projects. So the first day, final round, the final warfare, we call this final warfare. So we are engaging the students very lively and for the technological aspect. We have signed the MOE with the IITM Incubation Cell, Deep Learning Engineering Activity Program, introduced by Professor Timothy Gonsalves, founding director of IIT Mandi, retired professor of CSE, Department of CSE at IIT Madras. We have successfully signed the MOE with they, because I'm knocking the door of the various people, how people can help our students strengthen this innovation ecosystem, and they have agreed to what I say, mentor 40 students from our college. For the now, the batch has reached third year, Innovatan we have successfully inaugurated on August 10th, releasing the Sovinas. And really, we are celebrating this. Is what I said. No hackathon, Smart India Hackathon 2020. We have sent the 6 teams for the final round, and 5 teams have bagged the first prize. So this is an evidential proof that our ecosystem is helping the students, and uh, they started inspiring others through their presentation, showcasing their talents. And we have unique process called a Sairam Innovation Clinic. Clinic is nothing but how a patient will approach the doctor. Similarly, the students will come to consultants like us for discussion, and will help them to convert their ideas into this the clinic activities happening. We have Sairam Techno Culture promoting agriculture technology for agriculture. Our chairman is here, Mr. Sai Prakash Liamuthu, has given 5 acres land for agriculture research with seed fund. Happy to say that India is the largest, third largest ecosystem, startup ecosystem in the world, next to America and China. And we have the median age of founder enterprises is between 31. So the median age of founder and entrepreneur 31. So it's a good sign of youngsters. And the unicorn, with respect to unicorn, India is home to 32 unicorns. 36 regulations have been simplified for the startup ecosystem in India. So this is the part that have been taken from India. So you have bright future for those who are aiming this one. And pitching is another terminology in innovation ecosystem. Business pitching. The skill required for pitching is communication, research, problem solving, public speaking, and creativity. So technology readiness level. So if you look at this ecosystem, when we are teaching this technology readiness level is third year students are learning technology readiness level. Even if you ask the faculty members after completing PhD, what is the technology readiness level of your PhD thesis? I'm not aware of it. Innovation ecosystem, every student and faculty must know the technology readiness level. I have YouTube channel where the videos for technology readiness level, around 80 videos are there, so you can go through it and get more information, insights on these innovation ecosystems. So technology readiness now, there are 9 technology readiness level. If you just started your research or innovation with basic research, the readiness level is 1. Gone to the next level, applied research level, it is 2. Critical function or proof of concept established, level 3. Lab testing validation of alpha prototype component is 4. Laboratory testing of integrated, semi-integrated system is technology readiness level 5. Prototype system verified is level 6. Integrated pilot system demonstrated is 11. System incorporated in commercial design 6, 8. And if it is fully commercial, fully developed and ready for commercialization, then you can call it as technology readiness level 9. This is what the business model. Every student must know their business model development. It's a part of the second year. Key partners need to know key activities, need to know key resources, need to know value proposition, need to know the customer relationship, channels, customer segments, revenue stream, and cost structures. Okay. I encourage you to take a snapshot. I have two recommendations. Okay. Just inform your higher officials that if possible, you can implement it at your institution level. Setting up of a startup must be a criteria for the completion of any degree, any higher educational degree. So far, the criteria for completing a degree apart from the marks is the project work. You could see the sentence written in project report for the partial fulfillment of the degree. For the partial fulfillment of the degree. But when a student is buying their project and claiming, can you allow, or it is fair to allow them to claim it as a partial completion of the degree, fulfillment of the degree? That is what I recommend, that if it is really developed by the students and they can set up their startup. So this innovation ecosystem developed with a focus of one student, one startup. One student, one startup. Whoever is coming to campus must have to have their own startup when they complete their degree. Here I am giving a big shock. Big shock. What is a shock? You may think that if you encourage the students to set up their startup, the parents won't agree. They have come to a college for the better placement because we advertise it in a big way, and they may go for higher education. You don't discourage our students by giving this proposal. My dear friends, I just want to tell you, as I mentioned earlier, it's an optimized model. It's an optimized model. Students, those who are having the passion of going for higher education, they can go. This model never stop them. And the student, those who want to do their higher studies in developed nation, they can go. Before that, what they're supposed to do is they have to set up a startup and give back to the institution. Okay, the next question is, if where we will preserve all these startups technology. I'm giving solution for the next through the next recommendation. Every higher education institution need to set up a technology business incubator inside the campus to attract potential engineers. When a student is submitting or leaving the campus for higher studies or good job MNCs, the institution has to adopt the technology and incubate it in the technology business incubator. That is what we want, a incubation center. That is what today's topic, entrepreneurship cell and incubation center. Why I need incubation center? To preserve the technology of my students. Honestly speaking, during the NBA visit, NAC visit, what we normally do, we showcase student projects, but after that, we don't find any value on it. But it is $1 million business. See, if we have the technology business incubator, and all these technologies are stored in or incubated at your incubation center, what you can do next level is you can set up a startup demo where you can invite various investors. Investors will come and select their startups, and we can promote the technology transfer. This is the best way of technology transferring. And students, those who really invented or who is the real innovator, will get their own business share, revenue share. So those who are really invented or innovated the technology will also get benefit. Institution will benefit. Investors will get benefit. At the end, the product will go to the market. That is going to be the affordable and sustainable and innovative solution for our problem. So don't underestimate your students' idea. As I mentioned earlier, some of the ideas are bright ideas, some of the ideas are business ideas, some of the ideas are green ideas, some of the ideas are collections of ideas, some of the ideas are sometimes there may be no idea, but these examples, Uber, Facebook, Alibaba, Airbnb, are came out with bright ideas. Uber, the world's largest taxi company, owns no vehicle. Facebook, the world's most popular media owner, creates no content. Alibaba, the most valuable retailer, has no inventory. Airbnb, the world's largest accommodation provider, owns no real estate. Why we are so fascinated towards Facebook and WhatsApp, Facebook and social medias? It is inbuilt character that we want some kind of self motivation. We want somebody to motivate us. That is what we are posting a picture and expecting. We are waiting to count the number of likes and comments. So it is an expectation, demand. Facebook has observed it. Uber, one of the days we are very for logistic from moving to one place to another place. Now by just booking in the app, I'll get my taxi at my doorstep. Everything. It's all came out from ideas. Okay? Don't underestimate your student's idea. It has $1 million worth has. So it is who is going to tap it? You and me. How to tap it? With a structured innovation ecosystem and the entrepreneurship cell, active entrepreneurship cell, and technology business incubator at your campus will definitely strengthen your innovation ecosystem. And future is next 10 to 15 years. We are all going to talk about innovation, innovation, innovation. Innovation will make our country as a developed nation. I still remember my grandfather have studied India as a developing country. My father have studied India as a developing country. I too studied India as a developing country. My son is also studying India as a developing country. If we all work together, we'll make our country as a developed nation soon. I'm one of the goodwill ambassadors to avoid plastics. This is my contact details, given my number. If you have any doubt, any query, you can ask now. We have 10 more minutes. So 10 to 15 minutes. So I will wind up the session by 12 o'clock.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello. Oh,
please, sir. Am I audible? Vote organizers, please coordinate with the participants if they have any
hello.
doubt. Yes, yes.
Hello.
Sir, I could able to hear your voice. Please ask your
Hello.
question.
Hello. Sir, good morning, sir. Yeah,
Good.
myself, hello. Myself, Vijendra Kupkar, working as an assistant professor and innovation cell coordinator from SLN College of Engineering, Raichur, which is located in North Karnataka.
Uh-huh. Yes, sir. Nice.
Sir, it's a very nice presentation, sir. Sir, my question is, we are also having the innovation council cell, IAC cell in our college.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, we are at the initial stage. I mean, we started the cell last year, but I took a charge in the last year from as a thing is coordinator.
Mm.
So as you said, just uh,
Voice is breaking, sir.
as you just now you said, sir, that you need to make startup cell in your college itself,
Sir, your voice is breaking. What is the
and
question?
where you can convert it into TPI. It is a technology with hello. Is it just a minute? Just hello.
Yes, yes, yes. Your voice is breaking. Otherwise,
Is it audible?
yeah. Now it's just better.
No, sir. The thing is, recently I visited National Institute of Engineering, Mysore, which is being collaborated with NI Cell. I mean, Innovation Incubation Center. So my question is, can we develop those kind of? Can we make like MOUs or any training center for this incubation cell, sir?
Yeah. Since you have already visited your nearby institution, NIT,
Yes, sir.
What?
NI Mysore, sir. National Institute of Engineering.
Actually, yeah. If they have, if they have established a business incubation center, the first step what you can do is you talk to them and tell your passion, sign MOE with them, and be a co-partner with them. You can invite them to educate your faculty members and students. You can get help from them to visit their innovation facilities. And if they have any requirement for incubating technologies, you can identify the potential startup ideas. You can take them to their campus, make them giving a small pitching, get there. So if you are in the inception stage, what you can do is you can start working with the nearby established business technology business incubators. That is the best way. But over a period of time, you will understand how you can set up your own technology business incubation center. Accordingly, you can proceed.
So before what I read the rules is before going for incubation, can we start as a pre-incubation units, pre-incubation center?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can.
What I'm planning, sir, can we make this? I'm requesting the HR Motors to make some small setup in our college campus only, where our students can learn those aspects with respect to automobile industries.
Okay, okay. You
Can we
can.
make it as a
Yes, yes.
incubation center, sir?
Yeah, pre-incubation center. You try to set up your own pre-incubation center in a separate place. Don't attach with any department. Otherwise, if you attach with any department, so it will not serve the purpose. So identify a separate place and make some components for fabrication or designing work. And what you can do is, so during this pre-incubation period, and because you cannot provide the facility or service to all the ideas, but you can conduct a small kind of hackathon inside internally and identify the best best five, 3 to 5 ideas and help them for the development and be with them if possible appoint the expert one or two expert from outside. They are not associated with the teaching. They will serve dedicatedly for converting this idea into product.
Oh, okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. It's a
Oh,
very nice presentation, sir.
thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Can we visit your college, sir? Can we?
Yeah. Yes, sir. You're always
Can we visit your?
you are always welcome, sir. We have yeah, you are always welcome, please.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. I have given my. I am just sharing my YouTube channel. You can have a look on my YouTube channel. I have plenty of videos with respect to innovation, startups, and uh, intellectual property right. So it may help you, and so I encourage you to subscribe my channel and share these resources to your faculty members and the
So in
student community.
future, in future, I'm planning for a presentation from your end, sir. I'll communicate with you, sir, in future because it's very nice presentation. It will help all the faculty members and my students, so they can at least initially they can start pitching their ideas in future, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Sorry, my throat is not perfect. It is not a 100% presentation. Thank you. Any other questions from the audience, please? Thank you for all your comments. I'm reading your comments in the chat box. Thank you, Ronald sir. Thank you, Amit Rajan sir. Thank you, Anush Kumar sir. Bhargavi madam. Thank you. Surabhi Mishra. Thank you, sir. Organizers, if you have any other questions, you can ask me. So my humble request to make your students to develop their own projects, even if it is simple, accept it. Don't expect more complexity. We normally killing their ideas by simply saying that the complexity is less. Over my 25 years of experience, and it is what I learned that even if it is small, done by students, kindly allow them, kindly encourage them. Thank you, Mallikarjun sir. Thank you, Professor Veena madam. Thank you, Bhunendran sir. Thank you, Mallikarjunan sir. Thank you for the assurance, Bhargavi madam. Okay, if there is no questions related to the presentation, over to the organizers. If you note down my
Thank you, sir. I thank our special speaker, Dr.C.R.RENE Robin, sir, for sharing his wonderful thought about entrepreneurship and incubation. And I thank all our faculty members and the management providing this opportunity. And the feedback will be shared at the end of the session in the chat box.
thank you, ma'am. Shall I leave now?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Thank you all for watching this video. Goodbye.